Hey guys, good morning, welcome to another live session of Stock Sniper Trading. My name is Dave, guys, my partner is Ron. Let's get down to business here, guys.
In on US30, sell, okay? I'm jumping in. Guys, that's a 100 pip drop. Yes, we caught it. Hey, guys, 200 pips, please, secure.
As a trader, we all look for tight or low spreads, which helps us to get in and out of the market. Using the right broker can help us try different strategies. With multiple options of brokers on the web, here at Stock Sniper Trading, we have a recommended broker, that is, HankoTrade. With spreads as low as 0 pips and leverage up to 500x, HankoTrade is just one click away. With multiple account types to choose from, you also have a minimum deposit of $10. Using HankoTrade's affiliate program, refer a friend and earn up to a 40% commission on trading volume. Built by traders, for traders. HankoTrade.
Recording in progress.
Hello and welcome everybody. Good afternoon. Thank you for joining. My name is Ron and my partner is Dave. Welcome to Stock Sniper Trading SST. Thank you everybody for joining. It is just after 1 p.m. Eastern. Today is Wednesday, December the 6th. Happy hump day. Welcome guys. And so we already did our Wall Street session. Dave had to have a day off today. He had some things he needed to get done this morning. So I jumped in with the snipers and we went through early in the morning. We started 7:30 and we went through COMEX and we went through Wall Street. So this is our charts over here that we did a top-down analysis this morning. The securities that we chose to trade this morning were NASDAQ and gold. And this is the full top-down analysis that we did. And guys, in Zoom, I will provide these charts for you guys again. It's the live charts. So after the call, when I was going eating breakfast and things like that, I left the charts. This was just a recap of there was the big move on NASDAQ coming up through into consolidating right into Wall Street 930. And then this is where we executed a sell down here. And just watching NASDAQ, it came down and consolidated down here. Again, it pushed down where that was our purple low of the day. It broke and it came back up. See how the volume stays above there, and then it continued to push right back up. So back into this consolidated area. If you brought that consolidated box across, that was our previous day's high. So the volume is still below it, and we continue to push down below the purple low of the day, consolidated down there, right down to our hourly critical line. So that's why, guys, it's very important to do a nice thorough top-down analysis, and you can basically just trade the volume as it just trades in between these zones. Again, it tried to make an attempt back up here from hourly resistance to turn it into support, rejected, and it's continuing push down. An ignited candle right here continuing. So we're going to see our next critical daily levels right here on NASDAQ. And this is gold over here, guys. So we were watching also gold from COMEX market, 8:15. We had a little bit of news and it was consolidating. We tried to stay in this consolidation where we were trying to be disciplined. We waited for it to kind of break above here again, 930. You see they took out that hourly resistance and a big red candle came down. We initiated a sell down in here, grabbed some pips coming down to our supporting area right down here, and it broke. But look at the impulse, came back up, the volume again above the green box, it retested. This was after our call, and if you went right into a buy, you took it right back up to the red zone and back up to here, and you can use these zones. You see what I mean? If you don't want to trade that consolidated area, you can trap it, and then we start to come back down. And then there's another, once you know the zones from 2029 down to 2024, it's a 50 pip zone, $5 move, and you can grab 30, 40, 50 pips. Again, when it comes down to our green box, then make a decision, and it came right back up. Again, gold now is trading back in our consolidated area up here where it pulled back higher low after coming in here. It's going to consolidate in here. Maybe we continue break up here. Okay, so I will provide these charts for you guys in just 1 second here. Thanks everyone for joining. I appreciate all of you guys. So do you guys in Zoom, do you guys care that I give you guys this chart? Do you guys want this? It's already done for us. If you guys want it, you can follow it. I will give this for you guys 1 second. Okay, so let's start right here. Zoom, you got a trading view link. That is the live NASDAQ chart, that the top down that we did in the morning. Okay, so you see what I mean? You can keep the levels and you don't have to adjust the levels. But now if it breaks down below here, we have nothing below here. See now where it's dropping down below our critical daily level. You can see on Bookmap just completely selling down now. Where could it come down to? Right here, you can see some 5-minute breakpoints where it did come down right here. There's critical 5-minute level right there. Wick, came down to the 200 EMA, broke the 200 EMA. So that's 15,810. That could be the next drop coming down right down to there. And then right over there, you see the resistance I have right over here on the 5 minutes in this level. That was resistance, bring it across, and that same zone, I turn it green just in case we get down there, okay? Because it could come all the way down here and go back up. But right now it just broke our critical daily yellow line and coming back up. It may now consolidate down in here. Again, just let it consolidate and judge where it's going to go. So we made 3 lows now. This was a low, lower low, and a lower low. You look at your RSI, it made a higher low and maybe another higher low. So it is building a little bit. Maybe there is some divergence, but it still could continue to push down. Okay, so that is NASDAQ. Okay, right over here, exactly how we had it from this morning. Gold over here. Okay, so gold, remember how gold was trading? We marked up all of our levels, high of the day. We came back up, but then it was a lower high at Wall Street and pushed back down. We broke our critical green box right here. It came down, grabbed that liquidity, came back up. It was consolidating in here again, dropped down, nice little sell. Again, cash out your sell down there. Maybe you can flip into a buyer, buy it right back up. And we came into the box, push back down. We got a higher low right now, 2026, 27 area. And we're coming back up with volume closing above our critical daily area and could continue to consolidate, stretch this box across, and maybe we watch. Maybe if you're going to trade gold this afternoon, you watch to see if gold will continue to get volume above our hourly resistance. That was our Wall Street break, and maybe with more green volume up there, it will turn into demand, and maybe we'll come and touch our high of the day up there. If gold gets rejected and comes back down, maybe look for maybe another possible selling opportunity below this critical daily level, and maybe to push down. First, to push down to our 5-minute support area right there, 2026, and maybe if it continues to break, down to just stretch the green box across, guys. Okay, are you guys getting more comfortable with this style of trading zone to zone? Is it making sense, or are you guys still confused about this? I'm going to try and make it as clear as possible for everybody. Again, in Zoom chat, there's a trading view link in there. That is gold too. Okay, so we have both trading view links in there, NASDAQ and gold. Okay, now the plan today was we were going to start off with, we already did NASDAQ and gold this morning and just provided the charts. I was going to do, I'm 100% going to do US oil. Okay, I mentioned that to the snipers in the group, that US oil is at some critical daily levels. I like to do a top down on oil as well, but the choice is yours, guys. We can stick with what we got with NASDAQ, or we can do US30. It's up to you guys. I don't really care. I can trade any chart, top down any chart. This is completely up to you guys. We already have NASDAQ done if you want to trade it, but if you guys want full, complete new top downs, fresh, I gotta know. You guys gotta let me know. But I will be replacing gold with, we'll look at oil, because oil I want to talk about, because maybe if you want to swing trade, oil is setting up for maybe a nice swing trade opportunity. Robert, I will be doing oil, 100%. Okay, that I made up my mind with oil, but it's just this one I'm asking you guys, Dow or Nasdaq. That's up to you. But before we do anything with any charts, guys, okay, so what I want to talk about is, again, our trading plan of the day. Always, before we even get into trade any candles, we got to look at the news. Are we going to get any news this afternoon when we're trading? Is there anything specific that we got to talk about? So number one, we went through this, okay? So 8:15, we had ADP, non-farm employment change. Look at how the numbers came out. So previous was 106,000. Forecasted, they were forecasting an increase of 25,000 to 131,000. Look at the actual number that came out, 103,000. Again, if you don't know what this is, click on the folder, estimated change in the number of employed people during the previous month, excluding the farming industry and government. Is this good or bad for the US economy? This number that came out, our actual reading. What do you guys think? Good or bad if we see a number like that? Below the forecast, below the previous number, red. To me, I'm not a genius, but to me that looks like it's not really good actual numbers. Okay, so that's bad for the US dollar. That's bad for the US economy. And that's why maybe we can see how the markets are moving. So that was a red folder at 8:15. We went through that. We went into COMEX. Another one we were watching was, well, I was watching over here when we ended the call. I'm interested in this. I live in Canada, so I like to see what happens here. Bank of Canada had a rate statement today and an overnight rate. So we had our interest rates come out at 10 o'clock. It was 5% was the overnight lending rate to the banks, 5%. Our forecast was 5%, so that means no change. And the actual number came out 5%, no change. Okay, so that's why I want to kind of focus on oil today, because the Canadian dollar impacts the move of oil, okay? And also when we were looking at the 10-year treasury notes, they were down 5 points today. But I can guarantee you, if this was maybe a 4.75, like a decrease, a quarter basis point, we would have seen oil make a nice bullish move. But with this reading, it's still stable. They're not changing the interest rates. Maybe they're just trying to tame inflation with this. And next week is FOMC with Powell, so maybe we will see something of this same nature where it's just a pause and no increase, what Canada did over here, okay? So that's the reason why I want to look at oil today. We had some crude oil inventories come out today, some information on oil, and Canadian dollar is kind of backed by crude oil a little bit, so that's why you want to also, if you're trading crude oil, watch what the Canadian dollar is doing as well. Okay, tomorrow, what news do we have really quickly? If you are trading London, lots of London European folders, anything of high impact. Do we see any big red folders? Not really. A lot of it is low impact, but there's a lot of them. So that could make for a choppy session in London. And then we move into 8:30 USD. Make sure we highlight this. We are aware of this. Our unemployment claims are at 8:30. Okay, so this is every single Thursday morning at 8:30. US releases its week over week unemployment claims. So this is walking into our big day, Friday. Most of you guys are aware of Friday 8:30, USD red folder, USD red folder, USD red folder. We have our non-farm payroll coming out, NFP. This is a very volatile session. Please, guys, use proper risk management when you're trading in here, okay? So we will see the actual data this Friday morning, and we will go from there, okay? So let's continue just going into earnings really quickly. We already spoke about this. We looked at this morning in our Zoom in Wall Street. This was our pre-market, okay? Anything particular, any big corporations, companies reporting that we got to make note of? I don't see any big ones like directly impacting NASDAQ and maybe US30 or S&P. There's a lot of companies. Some companies you might not even be aware of what they are, but you can individually trade these things. After hours, this is after hours. We have an AI tech company at 410. This might impact the move of NASDAQ. It's not, this one is not probably based in NASDAQ, but still sometimes these little ones push the index in a direction. Like with the other day we had NIO, which is an electric vehicle company, and with their earnings, Tesla was trading up 2.5%. GameStop, most of you guys know this thing, pump and dump and fun. A couple years ago with this thing, with AMC and GameStop, they're reporting today, and just going through. Here, those are our earnings, and then just continue going forward into tomorrow and the next day. You can continue to do that. Okay. Discord, we sent a couple signals over here. Okay, so if you want to be part of some signals, we do have signals. This is one that US30 today at 12:10 came out. So what we're looking for is a move above this area right here, and we got our green candle close above. It may come down like this arrow coming into here, picking up the liquidity and continue to move up. Right now it's up like 15%, 15 pips, not 15%, but we could watch that. There was other ones over here that once that volume started to come below our box over here, then it started to really push down. Okay, so that's we got some Forex majors. We got one working right now that was sent out long NZD USD right over here at 7:30 a.m. Eastern. It is still working its area. We got the green volume above 0.61482 and continuing to push up for 15 pips. Going to see if we can get it up to test this resistance and maybe break out a little further. Okay, so those are the signals. And over here, guys, this is our free Telegram channel. I pinned it at the top of our YouTube channel, and if you guys can join this, right now there's a promotion going on for signals, $1 a day. It looks like it's going to increase, and also there's a promotion, $30 off for the next 24 hours. Use this code and you get a 3-month subscription and enrollment in the next boot camp. And there's the link. Okay, there is scammers trying to impersonate us. That's why I always talk about this to you guys on YouTube. These are our direct links. Okay, so make sure I would never message you, Dave would never message you, SST would never message you guys asking you guys for money to invest in the markets, and we'll return you 10x the amount you give us. That's all BS. Those are scammers, guys. If you give them your money, you can pretty much say goodbye to that money. You won't get it back. Those are scammers. That's why I keep showing you guys this. This is our website. This is our Instagram. This is our YouTube channel. Over here on our Instagram, when you click on that link, it will bring you over here. Give us a follow. This is us. You get education, promos, and then it's got some official links over here. So this is HankoTrade broker. If you want to try out a broker, open up a demo, test them out. Take Profit Funding is the prop firm I'm using right now. I've passed phase 1. I'm still waiting for phase 2 credentials. And this is me, Sniper Ron, if you want to follow me, and Dave over here. And this is the trader dashboard of the current Take Profit Funding prop firm I'm on. Like I said, I passed. I had a really good day when I started this thing, and now I'm just fulfilling the days, just getting in those little tiny trades in each day just to fulfill the requirements. We've asked them, we've messaged them to get this down to 5 days waiting period when you pass phase 1. So we're waiting to hear back from them, but I'm waiting on this. I will let you guys know how phase 2 goes when I get it, and hopefully I can maybe get a payout from this company and let you guys know all about it. Okay, that's Take Profit Funding. Okay, so have you guys decided what you guys want to do? NASDAQ or US30? I will be doing crude oil. Yeah, today I'll be using my live, my real account, okay, when I'm trading. I don't want to jeopardize that. It's over 500. It's over $500 above 10,000. I don't want to jeopardize that. I just want to fulfill those little trading days and move on to phase 2. So there's no need to trade that prop firm. I will be trading my real account. Okay, guys. Yes, and thank you guys on YouTube. Over 100 viewers. We appreciate it. If we can hit the like button before we get going, we will move over to Dow. Okay, so snipers in Zoom, you guys have our trading links with the trading view links with the top down already done on NASDAQ and gold this morning. If you guys want to follow those, go right ahead. But I'm going to move now, guys. We're going to do US30 and crude oil. Okay, I really want to get into crude oil because it is at some critical levels. Okay, so let's start off with US30. This is Dow Jones. We'll make some sense of this. Let me just get rid of EMAs. We're going to start with a fresh chart. Let's move over to the book on US30. We can see NASDAQ right now broke this critical level, dropped down, but you see the sellers penetrated down here. This looks like it was a stop hunt that came down here, and you can see that the buyers brought it right back up. So that shows like a big wick that came down there. It was an impulse candle that came down, collected all of that orders down there, hit the pending orders, stop loss raid, and you see how it came right back up and it's building. So this is NASDAQ over here. If you guys are watching that, continue to watch it on your charts. I'm going to switch over to YM. This is the Dow Jones Futures book. So we can take a look. I'm just going to go to the 15-minute time slices over here. So we got 12:45, 1 o'clock is when we started our call, and here's 1:15, and we will be moving into 1:30. This is Bookmap, guys. This is a live liquidity platform. This is the current order book of Dow Jones in the future market. These are our offers above us, our bids below us. We're currently right at this white line. This is the VWAP, volume weighted average price. So this is like a 2-in-1 indicator. It gives you volume as well as price. So it's a little bit more heavier weighted than just a simple exponential or simple moving average, because this one gives you two pieces of information all in one. So I like to use this when I'm watching live liquidity, because this is where institutions like to transact around this level. So I like to see if price is above the VWAP or if price and volume is below the VWAP for premium or discount trading. And this indicator down here is cumulative volume delta. And what this is telling us is net transactions delta. If you guys understand delta in math, it is just a transaction of positive minus what do you get. So when we have like our offers subtracted from our bids, the total right now is showing us that it is negative 1,000. So it is leading towards sell side liquidity. And that's why today we can see kind of US30 is making lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, and lower highs. But right now it's building a little bit off the bottom right now. So we're going to see if we break this resistance. It might come up here and then go back down. Remember, today it's got a lot of sell side liquidity. Okay, so let's go into the daily of US30, talk about this really quickly. Okay, do you guys want me, you know how I normally do the charts, do you guys want me to go through that, or do you guys want me just start right up here? Okay, you know normally how I draw a box down here, I talk about this liquidity grab, I talk about this resistance turn to support, I talk about this resistance turn to support, I talk about this resistance turn to support over here, and like we can go through that, but we do this every single call. You know what I mean? So if you tune in with us, you have this already. We do not need to continue to go through that. So what we need to do is start over here. This is more immediate. So over there, that was our resistance on a higher time frame in all of end of July and early August that we got rejected. So bring this zone across, and we can see currently this big green candle right here on November 30th closed above. So this zone cannot be read anymore. We got volume above us. Volume is variable. It's the only thing that moves. The zone is static. Okay, so see all I did there? That's all I did. Nothing. I didn't do rocket science, nothing. Just very simple. And bring this as far as you want. Look at where I have it. January 17. I have no idea where price will be January 17. But if it ever comes back down here, I'm going to see if this is going to become a daily area of support. If it comes down here, maybe it goes back up. Okay, are we anywhere near this green box? No, we're not. So we got to continue charting. But I can see something being built this week where our resistance is. Okay, so over here we came up on Friday. Monday, like this is an unusual open. Friday was a very bullish day and we closed right near the high. Look how they opened Monday. It opened ignited red and they just pushed it down. We didn't even get the opportunity to take out that wick and drive. Normally that's what happens. So ask yourself, how does that happen? Okay, so they completely shut the market down right there. And I can tell today's wick, we traded right up there. So I'm placing a red box right up there because we're moving away from it. It's moving down now. Okay, so we came up Monday, came red, and it stopped right there and came back up and it closed as a hanging man. Next day, yesterday, we opened up again. Did it come up green? No, it got rejected. We came down red. We took out just a little bit. We took out Monday's low And when we did, it came back up and we closed right there. Another like hanging man. Today, let's take a look at today's open. So we opened US30 Dow side by side right there, and that apparently is our low of the day, and it was a bullish ignited open. So I'm putting a purple line right here, and let's call this purple line the low of the day. Do you guys want me to label it like this, low of the day? Does this help you guys, or do you guys know? Like, I don't mind doing this. That's our low of the day. Okay, so did we break the low of the day? No, it's holding. It's holding a nice body of volume. We came up green, 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 and another critical area was right here. We got a body and a body of a daily transition. So this is a critical area right here. So what I do with critical areas, I use a yellow line to help identify another critical level in the market. So this area, 36,180, 178, critical daily area. So I'm just going to write here a critical, hopefully I can spell this correctly, critical daily area. Okay, and we came up there, we pushed above it, and we came up again at our weekly resistance, and we broke above it. So we got a new weekly high up there, and that is our high of the day. Okay, so let's place a purple line at our high of the day, just for reference. Okay, 36,300, off by 2 pips up there. Okay, that nice whole psychological number, make trading easier, make transactions easier up there. That's our high of the day. Not necessarily we are high in the day, but some of us are. But that is another high of the day. And what happened when we came up there? We came up bullish, 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 and they rejected it and pushed it down. Now we have an inverted hammer candle on the daily with the volume right below this critical area. So on the lower time frames, if we get the green volume again above this yellow line, maybe we could push up. Where could it push up to? Okay, we might not fill directly all the way up back up to the high day, but there we have bodies to bodies. And look at the number, 36,250. Okay, so I'm going to place a yellow line right here, yellow. And again, that is another critical area in the market, 36,250. Ironman trading, not critical since this is all consolidation. That's fine. Maybe you should take over and you educate us if it's not critical. To me, it's critical because I scalp. Okay, Ironman, I scalp 1 minute, 5 minutes. So these zones are extremely critical to my trading. Maybe not to yours. Maybe you're looking for bigger positions, but that's all good. You know, maybe we should watch your channel and you educate all of us. Everybody has opinions, but show us what you do. Make it so you can educate me as well if I'm doing something here wrong. Okay, so we're coming up. That's another critical area. And now I measure this. So if I'm scalping from tape to tape, yellow to yellow, look at it. It's 70 pips, guys. That's perfect for scalping. Maybe Ironman, you're looking for a big explosive move on the daily, but I'm not looking for that. I'm just looking to scalp from here to there to here to there. Also, if we break and we lose our big inverted hammer body, if it breaks here, it could come down. Yes, it could come all the way down to the green box, but let's just talk facts where it could logically come down to. So another critical area is right there. That was Monday's low of the week. Okay, so another yellow line. I know it might not be for everyone what they're looking for, but to me, that's another critical daily area. Okay, and then below that, then we've got some gaps in the market. Okay, right here, below the yellow line to that wick, and bring it across. Right there, and then I can see yesterday we tapped and goes. We came in there, so let's make that a green box and bring this box across. Green, right there. So there, yes, Ironman, you are right. We are consolidating in here, absolutely. But do we want to scalp or not to scalp? That's the question. Okay, so I'm just setting it up for scalping. Now, again, he is right. Yes, we could consolidate. This could be a big daily flag pattern right here. If you want to consolidate this whole thing and watch for a couple days, you might not even get a trade in a week, but you watch to see if green volume can close above here and push up, or if green volume can close below there. But while you're watching that on the daily, I'll be scalping inside of here and collecting money and collecting pips inside here, scalping the markets. If you guys want to wait for that bigger move, absolutely. But we can scalp zone to zone inside here. Okay, so I don't want to spend all day on the dailies. Now what I do is I move to hourly. Okay, here's the hourly. Now, if you're an hourly trader, again, you can trade your hourly candles in between these critical zones. Okay, if not, you wait for the bigger moves. Do we see anything on the hourly now? So I like to look at where were the big moves on the hours. Here was a big one, 8 a.m. We saw it today. There was news. There's Wall Street, 9 a.m. That's what made our high of the day. They rejected it. And then look at the volume below our critical daily yellow area. And there was the big drop off, 10, 11, come all the way down there. But you see now our hourly candles are building a higher low, higher low, higher low. And now I follow volume. Okay, so volume now is right there on the hourly. So right over here on the hourly, I put a white line, white. And this is telling me now where we came down, right down here. This was 4 a.m., came down, it came back up. Here we broke impulsively today at 11, and it came right back up and it closed above that white line. Again at 12, we came down, but it formed a higher low and we closed right there at that white line. Again, this call, 1 o'clock, we came down, higher low, and we're above here. Now it's pushing up. So this now is a critical hourly support, white line. I'm just going to write here, hourly support. Okay, so US30 has a nice hourly support being built the last few hours, and now it's coming right back up to test inside our critical daily level. Can we get volume to close above in the next 27 minutes on the hourly above this yellow line? Maybe a pullback hold, then we could come up. Where's my hourly resistance? Right here. Here's a lot of bodies. There's that body to body continuation right there, 36,212. So I'm just going to draw a white line right in between here, right in there. There's a body, I got wicks, okay? And I'm just going to write up there hourly resistance. And I'm just kind of condensing my chart so I can scalp inside. Hourly resistance. Okay, so we're going to see now we're coming up. Now let's go to 5 minutes. Okay, how do the 5-minute candles look? Excellent. So we're making a move off the bottom. If we look at the 5-minute support right here when we came down close to the low of the day, green, and we're holding. So like I don't need to do this, a green box, but I do this for visual to show you guys that it is building there. And look at how it's building. It's building with a higher low. It's continuing building with a higher low. We're pushing up. Now we're trying to break. Over here, this was a 5-minute resistance below the yellow line. We got rejected there, we got rejected there, we got rejected there. Now we got, maybe we're going to turn this into an area of support on the 5 minutes, and we're going to see if we can continue to break this 5-minute high right here and approach our hourly resistance. If this thing pulls back, maybe get rejected, it might close below here and push back down to our hourly support. Okay, so what we can do is add EMAs for confluence. This is a 9 EMA, this purple line. This is a 200. We're right at our 200. Okay, so things can happen up here. This is where the 9 could be building to cross over the 200, and then we can continue to drive up to our hourly resistance right here. Maybe if it has more momentum, we could break out and come to our critical daily area. Then we have to make decisions up here. We can see our book map now. US30 is pushing above the VWAP. It retested and continued to push up. Now we want to see if the VWAP here, this 36,200, will turn into an area of structure where there's a lot of bids forming and the depth of market is building to continue this bullish move to break out to the upside. Okay, so again, let's just look at, some of you guys use this RSI indicator. Okay, so remember here, it was kind of making equal lows at the low of the day, but look at the RSI indicator. It's the strength is building. So it's kind of like hidden bullish divergence. We broke above that 50, that neutral area, and this is where we're going to start to see now. If it retraces back down to 50, we want the buyers the strength to hold this area and maybe to continue to push so we can get this RSI pushing 60, 65, 70, maybe another nice big 75 bullish breakout to break all of this. We're fighting hourly resistance and we're fighting that critical daily resistance up there. Okay, so I'll provide this chart for you guys as well. So we got NASDAQ, we got the gold chart. Let's just give this US30 chart. Okay, in the Zoom chat, there is the US30 chart. Okay, guys, did that make sense what I just did there? Some of you guys probably have no idea what I just did, but figure out your zones and scalp your zones. What I'm going to do now is we're going to move over to crude oil. Crude oil. Some of you guys trade it, some of you guys don't. But it is at some critical levels, crude oil. Okay. It's USOIL is the ticker that I use. Okay, so what I'm going to do, guys, is we'll also look at crude oil in the book, the futures, CLG4, NYMEX, New York Mercantile Exchange. Okay, so gold is COMEX, crude oil trades on NYMEX. Okay, this is our the crude oil exchange. Okay, so again, let's go to our 15-minute increments over here. Watch what's going on. 12:45, 1 o'clock. See, it broke right here at 115, broke that VWAP, grabbed all that liquidity, and continued to push right back up. We're going to try and break our resistance. And cumulative volume delta right now in crude oil is positive. So what we're going to do is a top-down analysis on crude oil. Okay, so I'm going to start off with the daily. Look at the daily. Okay, so you see, guys, I've been watching crude oil and trading this thing. So over here is when this big body candle closed, and again, if you flip your zones, nice sell, but now it could be reaching some areas of support. Okay, so let's start off fresh, new charts. Okay, so overall, how does it look? How are we moving right now? What do you guys think overall? Okay, so from up here, September, that's where they pinned it, $95 a barrel. And since then, we pushed all the way down to here in October, $82 a barrel. It came back up, $90 a barrel. I'm not a mathematician, but 90 is lower than 95, $5 lower. So that shows me they're lowering the offers. Lower high, continue to push down and test the break of this $82 area. Yes, it did close with some red volume. Again, it pulled back up. Again, I'm not a mathematician, but 84 is smaller than 85, smaller than 86, smaller than 90, smaller than 95, lower highs. Continue to break and push down. Take out support level 78 over here. Drop to 74. Come back up right into about 50% of this candle and continue drop, come back up, go back down, come back up. They pinned it right here, November 30th, the end of the month, and $80, continue to push it down. Okay, so just by looking at this right now on the higher time frames, this area, big red box. Okay, if we ever do come up here, we're nowhere near this, so all I do is just stretch it across. I don't know when we're going to come back up to $79, $80 a barrel. No idea. Okay, but when it does come up there, I'll be ready for it. Are we doing anything, any other pivots? Yeah, look at your pivot points over here. Okay, what happened over here? This is red, 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 turned green right there. Okay, did it turn green? I think it did. We got a green body candle on the daily close above. There's your 3-bar play. Inside red bar, your ignited thing, your ignited candle, and continue to push up. If we bring this across, this big red bar traded right into our green box, and it came up with a bullish candle, continued to come back up. And then you got some consolidation. Lots of consolidation in there. But was there a red candle that closed below? Yes, and retested right here. No wick, guys. This was an easy sell on oil on the daily, guys. If you're looking for those bigger pips, that's what you're looking for. This is the same setup I look for on a 1-minute candle and the same setup I look on a 5-minute. Same thing. Close below, assume it's going to come up green into about 50% or the existing area, get rejected. Is there a wick on that candle? No. So as soon as it breaks, there's your firecracker, drop. You can grab your pips there. That's a daily candle. If that was a 5-minute candle, you could be in and out. But right there, that candle today dropped almost 300 pips. That's a $3 move on a daily. Okay, you don't have to trade the daily candle. You can go into a 4-hour. You can go into an hourly. You can do what you got to do. But is this box green anymore? No. Got to flip it red. We're below it now. So, sometimes it consolidates. Iron Man is right, yeah. But I don't want to sit there and watch that for, how many days is that? These are each days, okay? 2, 4, 1 week. There's 2 weeks. There's 3 weeks. This is almost 1 month of consolidation, and they closed it below and they're dropping it, okay? So, but what I can see is on the daily, watching this thing, where they brought it down here, it came back up green. Did it come back green into 50% of the red body candle? Yeah, about 50%, okay? And what did they do? Did they reject it and take out that low wick? Yes. Where did it close? Did it close near the low of the candle? Yes. Did the next day come up green again and test about 50% of that red body? Yeah. Did it test this body to body? Yeah. And what happened? Rejected and took out the wick and continued drop down, push down. We opened yesterday, green. Did it come up? Yes, it did. Into about 50%. A little right into there, yes, and rejected. Do I have any volume making any higher highs? No, they're all lower highs. And they closed it down with a statement candle closing near the low, below the zone. And today was a perfect opportunity. Did it open up green? Yes, it did. And did it come into 50% of that previous daily 50% candle and get rejected? Yes, it did. So that high wick, what is that? That's purple. That's our high of the day. Do you guys understand what I just talked about right there? Or again, is it going over your head and no clue? That's our high of the day. Okay, so it's clear to say that we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days, 5-day downtrend, all lower lows, lower highs. This was a gift from the gods of oil right here. Now, the question is, where are we falling down to? We've got a black chart here. We don't know. But if we look to the left, absolutely we can make some sense of it. I can see when it came down here, back up, came down here, back up, came down here, back up. There's bodies right there. So zone, where would I place a zone? I'm going to place a zone at those wicks, okay, green. I'm going to start it right there. Okay, right there. It came down, back up, red, back up. That's the start of it. This was March of 2023. So continue bringing this across. Continue bringing it across. Yeah, that was a big impulse move, May the 4th, down in there. But did any volume close below that green box? No. They picked up all that liquidity, pending raid down there, take out all the stops, everything, grab that liquidity for the next move up. Again, it came down, almost down to our green box, back up. Here it came down to the green box, back up. Here it came almost down to the green box, back up. So I'm not taking any chances. I'm preparing myself for the future. The price is right here now. I'm going to draw this green box all the way across. If it comes down here, fantastic. If it doesn't, Fantastic. I'm just preparing myself for if it ever does come down to about $66.50, that could be a beautiful zone to initiate a swing buy. Why? Because history is telling me every single time since March of 2023, every time it broke, it went back up. Every time it broke, it went back up. Every time it came down, back up. Every time it came down, back up. Every time it came down here, back up. I can lift this a little higher and bring it right there. So you see what I'm doing? I'm kind of hugging that body and that wick, bringing it a little higher now to maybe 67 and a quarter down to 66.50. Those nice quarter increment moves, how gold and crude oil move. But now let's figure out some zones now. Okay, so let's figure out today's move. So remember we opened, came up bullish, rejected right here, and pushed down. Do we have a wick on yesterday's low? No, the volume closed right at yesterday's low. As soon as it broke, you could initiate a sell right there. Continue to push down, and it was red, 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 and that's our low of the day, $69 and roughly 10 cents. Purple, low of the day. Low of the day. Okay. Now, do we have any critical areas to look at? Right now, okay, I'm just looking at where we opened and where the current volume is right now. If I'm looking at half of that, right there, that's about half, and look at it, $70.99. Nice whole psychological number, not using any indicators, not knowing anything. I smoked probably the biggest joint compared to anybody on this call, and I can still see $71 right there. Not using any indicators, not using anything, just using common sense. That's it. This is called common sense trading right there. Place it at nice whole dollar, 71. Okay, and I'm going to place it yellow. Yellow, that's about half of the volume. Open, close where we are, that's about half of it. And it lines up perfectly with 71. I like that. So I'm going to call that a critical daily area. Right here. Critical daily zone. Whatever you want to call it. Or area. Or line. Or whatever you guys want. Okay. Now, so if the buyers bring it back up, they got a big, they got to come all the way back up here, and that's where maybe it might get rejected and go back down. If the buyers can manage to bring it above there and close it above there, that might be a buying opportunity tomorrow or the next day, and then come right back up and take out the high of the day, $72, $73, and we move up. But right now, let's read some tape to the left. We've got our yellow, and we got our low of the day. Now, the last time, volume, where are we trading? Are we below the yellow line right now? Yes, we're near the purple, below the yellow. So if we look to the left of the chart now, let's now try and figure out some new zones. There's our purple, there's our yellow. Let's look for some daily candles where we got some bodies, or we can find some. I can find something right there. I found something right there. Let's place a line right here. Why did Ron place a line right here? Remember, Ron smoked a big joint today, and why is he placing a line right here? It came down to the yellow line, back up. Here's where this big bullish candle started to fill and put up there. This was a red day that came down, 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 down to that yellow line and go back up. This was a red day where it closed right near the yellow candle, and look at the next day, ignited red candle, pushed down. Was this not a green candle that closed above that critical yellow line? And look at the retest, the yellow line the next day, and continue to push up. Okay, look how many times we came up to it and got rejected. Here we came up to it and got rejected. Here we had a body close above it, continue to work this area, a little consolidation. Look at the last liquidity grab, red, 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 down to our yellow line, and continue this bullish move. And look at the number, $70.24, $70.25, quarter increments. Okay, so now if we're trading this, let's go back to our daily. Now I'm getting my scalp zones ready. Okay, are we below half of this right now? Yes. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm also going to put a red box a little bit above and a little bit below there to also give us a heads up if it's coming up there, it's red. We have to respect all of this selling volume below us. We got to respect 50% of today's red volume. We have to. Okay. And you see, if it comes up, if the buyers bring it back up, we can come to this area, $70.25, and we figure out what happens there. If it goes above there, we can maybe push up to our next yellow line. If it stays below here, it might continue to push down and take out our purple low of the day. What happens if it takes out the purple low of the day? I've got a big black chart down here, down to that bigger green box, but there had to be some price action that traded below this purple line at some point, and here it is. So I can see over here, end of June, we were below there. Over here, early June, we were below there. Last day of May, we were below there. Over here, May, we were below there. I can come over here, March 2023, see we were below there. Now let's figure out some critical levels, bodies. Try and figure out as much as you can, okay? I'm going to try and place it. We're never, ever going to be completely exact on this, but where I'm placing it is there's a body to body. Look over here, the yellow line where it came down, back up, came down to the yellow line, back up, and it's close to these bodies. I'm $68.04. So let's bring it down to 68 even. Nice pricing right there, 68, perfect. Now, if we break today's low of the day, we may come all the way down to $68. But I have another daily zone above me for scalping. Right here, there's a body to body. There's bodies right there. I can, if I want to really like make a nice grid on oil to scalp on any time, right there, I could have another yellow line right there and right there. And it's at $68.60. So 68.60 down to 68, that's 60 pips from yellow to yellow. For a scalper, that's perfect. I'm a scalper. I love scalping 1, 3-minute, 5-minute candles. I'm getting my grid ready to scalp. Maybe for long traders, this doesn't apply to you, but remember, I'm scalping the market. Okay, so if it continues to push down, we break our purple low of the day, maybe we come down to here and we judge what happens when it comes down here. Yes, it could continue to break, then it comes down to $68 and we judge what happens there. Yes, it could break and then it comes down to our green box and we judge what happens down there. But along the way, if you're scalping, you can take some money out of the market and continue. Now let's move to the hourly. See what's going on the hourly? Look at hourly, guys. Okay, so hourly zones. Okay, I'm not gonna just write this down, but right there, was this not an hourly pivot in the market where it held? White line. We came down with that red candle, big bar red candle, but look at, they rotated it back up. Again, we came down here. Finally, we got red volume closing below. Look at this, turn up green, come up and get rejected. So this is now hourly support turned to hourly resistance. Look at the price, guys, $72. I swear to God, I just placed it right here. I didn't even look at the price, but it's $72, okay? So those whole numbers, and continue to push down. Did we close below here on the hourly? And look at the hourly move, come back up to retest 50% and drop. Continue to drop. Did we close below that yellow line? $70.25? Yes, we did. Did we get an ignited bar today at 11 a.m. break? Did we have some news at 10:30 today to cause this? I believe we did. If we look at Forex Factory, we not only had Canadian news today, Canadian dollar, I told you, affects crude oil. If we saw a decrease here, like a quarter basis point decrease, and we went down to 4.75, I can guarantee you we would have saw crude oil pump a little bit earlier. And we also had crude oil inventories come out at 10:30 a.m. Eastern. When was this big sell? Right here. Moving 10:30 to 11. Ignited bearish candle, take out this and drop. Now, okay, so we came down to our low of the day. That was our hourly. Now we're building a little bit of hourly support right here, and it's coming up. Half of this big red body candle, open, close, half of it is right there. If I just place a white line right now at half of that red candle right there, $69.75. Guys, I'm not making this up. I'm telling you, this is how the markets trade. And now if we want to verify our white line, let's go back in the past and see what happened at our white line over here. Right over here where it came down red, right down to kind of our white line and went right back up. And then we can see it now respecting our dailies. Okay, so I love this for scalp zones. This is how I scalp the markets, guys, all day, every day. Okay, figure out your zones, figure out what's happening. We had this massive sell come down. Okay, so are we creating a little bit of hourly support right here? Absolutely, we are. Takes 2-3 bars to see it. Okay, right here. We're building a little bit. Let's extend this green box across. That's our hourly support being formed at today's low of the day. Check your RSI indicator. Was it not heavily oversold? How low did the hourly RSI come down to? What is it, 16? Okay, so it dropped down to 16, and now we're coming right back up to test about 50% right here. So this hourly candle is a hammer right now. It's going to close in less than 5 minutes. We can see it building back up. Let's see if it will close above the white line, maybe small pullback, and continue to drive up to $70.25. If it pulls back down, we're looking for maybe a double bottom. Right here, we're coming back up. If it does come back down, maybe to the green box or a higher low, we look to pick up those bids and continue to come back up, get that volume above here so that we can take out this critical daily 70.25 and maybe come all the way back up to the big red box. And that would be, remember, and if you're buying, you're also counter trading. Okay, obviously you can see how bearish it is. So if you're going against this, like here, it was a buy, but then they pushed it right back down. Buy, and then they pushed it right back down. And there was a buy, push it right back down. This could be a buy, come up to an area of resistance, and they push it right back down. This is just the first bottom. Maybe we need a second bottom to really accumulate and get stronger. But this could be developing for an hourly or 4-hour swing position. Okay, so I don't want to just sit on the hourly right now. I want to move over to the 5s. And this is what the 5s are showing us. Okay, so the 5s really sold down into here. This is where it's forming a little bit of bullish divergence. Okay, low, lower low. We got a lower, higher low, building on the strength indicator. But you see right there where I placed that white line, that was 50% of that hourly candle. And right now, we're going to watch this thing. We have a new hourly open in 3 minutes, will be 2 p.m. Have we closed with any 5-minute green volume? No, we got rejected 2 times right there. We got rejected 3 times right there, rejected 4 times right there, rejected 5 times right there, and we're going to see if we can get that volume to close above here and continue to build at this area and maybe continue to push forward. Now, if I'm scalping, okay, maybe it's not going to come all the way directly right up to that yellow line, but I can see also the wick right there on the 5-minute candle and 50% of that 5-minute candle. So if I'm scalping this zone, if I do take a buy above here, maybe from there to the red line, that's about 30 pips, 25 to 30 pips up to the red line. If it goes up to the yellow, so that might be a 50 pip move. Okay, so I'm just setting up. Are we trending up off the bottom from here? 1220, that was the last low. Are we coming up? Yes, that's a higher low. Are we continuing to build? Yes, we're building higher lows. This is an ascending triangle, like a plane taking off. It's ascending. This is a flat top up here, and we're going to see if we can kind of have a breakout, maybe a pullback. Maybe we can buy in here. Currently, the book is showing us we are above the VWAP. Cumulative volume delta is of above 400 right now, but we are going into a new hourly candle in the next 2 minutes. Okay, so let's add some EMAs just to help with confluence. We're currently above the 9 EMA. Where's the 200? The 200 obviously is above us because we've been selling off. Look at where the 200 is. The 200 is in our red box approaching our critical daily area of $71. This might come down and we might be building a little bit, but also this could be a fake move and continue to push back down into here. Okay, so where's the consolidated area on the 5 minutes? I would trap this area in right here. And now we watch and see what happens. Okay, so it is building. Okay, so let's just put these. I'll give you guys this chart as well in Zoom. So remember, this grid system is more for scalpers. Okay, if we want to do a grid for swing trading, we would go monthly, weekly, and daily, and we would execute on the 4 hours. But this is more for 5 and 15-minute traders, these zones. Okay, this is for scalpers. Remember that. If you're looking for a long position on oil, you're not worried about these smaller zones. You're looking for the bigger moves. You got to follow the big candles, the dailies, the 4 hours. Okay, in Zoom, there's a TradingView link. That's the analysis of oil, guys. And I'm going to continue to use this chart going into the Asian session, going into London. I will be scalping oil. So I use these. I only get rid of them for sometimes when we start fresh with you guys. But normally I keep all of my levels on my charts and I watch these things. So here we go now. 2 p.m. This is a new hourly candle, and for some securities it's a new 4-hour candle also in the market. So this is a heavy candle coming in. This is a candle of importance, and this is a time of day that you really have to respect. 2 p.m. going into 3 p.m. Is anybody in a trade on oil right now? Anybody taking anything, trying anything out? Make sure you check your spreads on crude oil as well when you're trading. Doesn't make any sense to trade oil if you have maybe 4 or 5 pips spread. Not good for scalping. Good for higher time frames, but not for scalping. Okay, so this is our bullish move, our impulse kind of break. So it took out this previous high, pushing nicely. Remember what I marked up here? $70, because that was red, stopped, found the buyers, came back up. And when this big red candle came down, that's approximately half of it, right around there. We can drop it right down to $70. I'm going to keep it with that, located with that wick, to see if we can fill up to there. Maybe if it pulls back, we'll see if it can pick up more bids and drive. US30, okay, kind of got rejected up here and pushing down. Let's see how this bar will close in the next 3.5 minutes. Spiritual, your second day here, and you're getting it better than yesterday already. Good. Just take your time. Remember, 2 days is not enough, but if you're already getting it, that's good. That's good. Just practice makes perfect. Josh, welcome, Josh. What do you guys want me to keep Bookmap on? US30 or oil? It's completely up to you guys. Okay, I'm here for you guys. Do you guys want oil or US30 Bookmap to watch as we go into 1 more hour into power hour? US30? Okay, guys. Okay, so I'm going to change the book, guys. We're going to watch US30 right over here. YM. This is Dow. I can flip-flop from Dow to oil. Okay, so what happened right here? Okay, so was this not an area of support where it came down? Sellers could not find the buyers down there. They bid it right back up, came down, and then it bid it all the way back up. But look at the divergence, okay? This is where sometimes you can look for some divergence. See how it kept moving up in the depth of market, and the CVD here, the cumulative volume delta, was pushing down. So that maybe gave us like an indication that the market was possibly going to sell down, okay? But I mark these levels. I mark them like right here. This is where the market broke above, held, pushed up, and now I want to see 36,224. If we can continue to stay below this yellow line, if our offers can continue to populate and come down and maybe absorb the buyers, and maybe we're going to continue to drop on Dow and come down to our VWAP. But we do have some heat below the VWAP right here, 36,200, 60 bids on contract right there, and 36,192 has 47 right now. Cumulative volume delta is very, very negative. Okay, so let's see if they can close it below here. Initially, let's see what they did. It was an ignited red bar. Okay, so they closed it like right below that critical daily level again. Opened, ignited, short wick. That's a nice little scalp candle for some of us that like to scalp individual candles. Like that candle right there, it's 20 pips where it came down to the low. But if you're not in or you didn't do anything, let's watch this thing. It's coming right back up with 30 seconds to go. where will it close? It's a hanging man right now. A lot of volume of selling above, but we do have buyers that brought it right back up. Are we going to close below here? Will it pull back up? Also, oil is breaking out. Okay, so let's look for oil. Maybe a pullback to hold in here. Maybe if we're looking to buy in here. Okay, so here's our close. See, it was an impulse breakdown, and look at it, it completely came right back up almost to where it opened. So we're right again inside this box. Oil, okay, open to close. Where's half of it? I use this red line as a guide. That's roughly half of it, and it's the previous high. Okay, right there. So if we do pull back right now on oil, I'd like to see if we can hold 50% and the previous resistance, if it can turn to support right here where my cursor is. It's coming down red, ignited red, coming down. Let's see if it comes down and maybe can hold right here. Watch it. It's coming down. Can it hold right there? Okay, right where my cursor is, testing it now. If it cannot hold here, then it will come for the official retest in our green box right here. US30 is still inside here. Wait for something above or wait for something below. No, Dan, I have not entered anything yet. I just finished the top down, and we are on left side is US30 Dow Jones, right side is crude oil all on the 5 minutes. But I have not entered anything yet. Okay, so you see, it came to 50%. Did it catch a wick there? No. So it's continuing bearish engulfing candle. Can I buy this thing? It's risky. We could buy the green box, but this is still a heavy red candle coming down, so we have to be careful. Like this could close engulfing and fake out that 2 p.m. move and bring it all the way back down into here. So with 3 minutes and 30 seconds left, there's still lots of time on this thing developing. Okay, but you see, guys, new hourly candles. This is where they trick the market. Like they trick you into buying, and then they rotate it right back down. But let's see if this green box can actually hold, or our trend line. If it comes down a little bit, where can it find some support? At our last ignited body, right here. If it does come down there, I'd like to see if oil can hold here, $69.60. This is where the big bullish ignited candle opened and printed. If it comes down there, that's right at our trend line and right at that bullish ignited candle. Maybe it holds here, okay? But not enough to take a sell or a buy on this body. Maybe I wait for it to close. And US30 is still kind of consolidating in here. Let's make this a neutral zone. Okay, like it's really, really choppy inside here. What I could do is I could open it up right there to watch it now inside here. We're smart. We know that US30 is not just going to trade inside this neutral zone all day today and the rest of the afternoon. We may get a move coming back up, or we might get a move pushing down. They broke the high and they also broke the previous low. Okay, so they took some liquidity from up here, took liquidity here, but it's still right in the middle. So I just stay on the sidelines and watch it. Are you guys in anything on the Dow? Anyone speculating? Anyone in a trade right now on Dow? No? Not the best zone. Not the best to be trading. Remember when these things are kind of these EMAs, 200 and the 9 are together? That's where it kind of gets a little bit tight, consolidated, it coils up. We could be waiting in here. Guys, if we can hit the likes on YouTube, I appreciate it. Almost 250 viewers, guys. If you can take just 2 seconds out of your time just to hit the like button, we do appreciate it. Okay, so we got that big bearish candle coming down, again, transacting in this zone. We had two nice trades in Wall Street today, two W's. I didn't put that on our trades one because this is only what we do with YouTube, but we had some two good trades today, one on NASDAQ, one on gold. And now we came over to see what Dow Jones and oil are doing. But for the swing traders, okay, pay attention to that oil charts, guys, on the daily, okay, because it could come down to some really nice weekly or monthly demand areas, and we could see good injection of liquidity come in there, like around maybe $66-$65 a barrel if it ever gets down there. For the traders that like swing positions, that could be an opportunity, guys. Pay attention, put signals on your charts at that area. Okay, so crude, bearish engulfing candle. Did we engulf the entire body? No, but we closed more than 50% down. Okay, and then the next candle opened green, rejected, and coming back down. So this green box, let's make it red. We're pushing down. So I see that 2 o'clock was a complete fake out. They brought it up here and then they faked out the high. They grabbed all that liquidity. So is this kind of like a pending stop loss raid right up there where they grab that liquidity and now they're going to push this thing down? Okay, so let's watch. Is it going to come back down, close below this trend line, make its way down, or will it come right back up and we'll test inside here? Okay, and US30 is making its move as well. So it came down, back up. It came up, lower high, back down, little spin top candle inside. We opened this one red, right away it dropped back down. Did it take out the previous low? No. It's a higher low technically and coming right back up. So the volume is still inside here. Maybe we've got to wait for this thing to close. I don't like trading these indecision candles. I try to avoid them at all costs because these things can get frustrating unless you're speculating with a smaller size in here. Okay, so do you guys understand that these hourly candles, that's where they can change the momentum of the market. Like if you were buying here, or here, or you bought there, or you bought there, you got to understand when 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 12 o'clock, hourly candles open, momentum can switch. These are called engineered moves. They engineer the move perfectly to go bullish and break for that next hourly candle, and then once they get you, then they rotate the market down. And we also were talking about this morning with NASDAQ. For the buys that were in nice buys, I told you follow it with a trailing stop loss going into Wall Street, because one candle, two candles flushed everything out that was working for 1 hour from 8:30 to 9:30, and then they flushed it. So same with here. If you were holding buys from each one of these zones and you didn't do anything, they can flush you out with a single candle. Okay, it's happened to me probably 1,000,000 times. I can't tell you how many times it's happened to me. But that's why anytime I'm either trading from zone to zone, but 100% running a trailing stop loss or a break even on my trades. Okay, so we got 90 seconds, and then we're getting a new 15-minute candle coming in the market as well. So you can take a look at the 15s and see what's going on. So our last few 15-minute candles on US30 came up, kind of indecision, rejected. This one at 2 o'clock open. Let's see if it can close back maybe 50% of that big body 15-minute candle. Maybe if it can push down a little further, it might come rotate back up. With oil, that was that big impulse move that came coming all the way back down. Now it's coming back up. So we'll see if it closes. If it closes inside the box, then again, we've got to remain patient. Thank you, Pablo. Guys, if you can hit the likes, we appreciate it. Okay, so we're getting our close now in 15 seconds. And more importantly, a new 15-minute candle is going to open. So can we confirm that our 5-minute volume is below this level? Yes. So let's see how it closes near the low, maybe an ignited red bar. Maybe we assume maybe it will come up green. Let's get ready. Okay. Okay, so we open, ignited red, short wick. It could possibly take it out and drop, but right now, turned green. So if it comes up right away, what I'm looking at is obviously this area, but also maybe 50% of that body. So really quickly, open, close, half of it is approximately right there. Okay, and I'm just guessing. Okay, I'm not using anything. I'm just looking where it opened and where it closed. Half of it is right there. So first thing is it may try to come up to half. If it can't hold there, then to the actual breakout area. But it might just stay a small doji and get rejected with a lower high and continue to push down. But right now it's green, so I'm allowing the benefit of the doubt for the buyers to bring it up and to test minimum 50% right here. Yeah, oil, okay, came up and pushing. Let's see if it can push down as well. Okay, so see oil right here. Close right now there, open green, come up. Half of it is right there. But if it continues to stay like this, yeah, it could possibly sell, fill the wick, and drop. But let's just let it build. Okay, one more minute. Same with this US30. Okay, it's just this doji candle right now. And we're so close to this VWAP that this is where buyers could step in and bring it right back up. So let's just give it a few seconds here. And pick which security you want to trade, whether it's oil or US30. Okay, so it's just too small to make a decision. It's that small doji. Same with oil. So that's why I'm waiting patiently. It's too small of a doji candle. Maybe we got to let it come up. Maybe we got to let it come up and get more buyers absorbed by the sellers, by the offers. Okay, now it came up a little higher. They got kind of absorbed. Now it's pushing down. So now let's get ready. Okay, and I'm also watching in Bookmap here too. Not just TradingView, but I also look at Bookmap too, how it's forming right here. Okay, just consolidating right in here. Got to be careful. I want to see, like when it comes up green right now, you can see it's coming up green, it's being bid up, but will they get engulfed and push it right back down? So you see those buyers are stuck right there. So if the market can kind of diverge away from them, but no, they're still bidding it up. They're still bidding it up, bidding it up. So you can't sell this yet. Gotta wait. You gotta get more buyers trapped in there. Because is that such a critical? See that big transaction, that big green? Okay, so we got a big transaction of buyers. Okay, now if the market can absorb that and continue to go back down, you know you've trapped more and more buyers in there. Oil is pushing down. Okay, so you see now, excuse me, they've transacted with them, and then you see now it took them out. I'm going to go into a sell now. Okay, I'm in a sell on US30. I'm going to place my stop loss above that yellow critical line, maybe above that 5-minute high above there. And I'm going to see now, give it some room to breathe, if it can come back down to hourly support and judge what happens down there at hourly support, if it can come down there. Okay, and I'm putting my stop loss above previous high, above that critical daily yellow line, above the 200 and the 9 EMA, and I'm going to look to see if we can now penetrate through this VWAP and come down and push down into this liquidity, down into here. Same with oil is breaking down. I'm in profit right now, so that's those trapped buyers in there. So I want to see now the market move away, and quite possibly if it can come down to that hourly target where we made it up to about approximately, if it can come down there, that's about 20 pips. And then if it gets down there, I'll go to a break even or take some partials or exit the trade completely. Okay, all we got to do is just continue to take out all of these bids and continue to push down with this higher time frame 15-minute body, if it can continue to get its way down there. Okay, so look at now they're helping the buyers. See where we closed? Okay, we closed down here. They just gapped it up to try and get more liquidity to look at now. There it is. Trapped all those buyers. Boom. There we go, guys. Break even time now. Came down to target, 20 pips. But did you see how they engineered that? They came up with that big cluster, caught all those buyers, and dropped the hammer on them. Okay, but that's a target, guys. I don't want you guys to say that I didn't tell you to exit there. Okay, that's why we did a top down, that white line. Hourly support. We came right down there, measured the move, 20 exact pips. I got out right down there. 20 pips. Okay, but if you're still in the trade, you're at a break even right now. Let's watch and see if they continue to absorb those buyers and bring it right back down. But it came down right down. That's scalping the markets, guys. Okay, I'm not looking to take this trade and hold this till tomorrow morning. I'm not looking to take this trade and hold this thing for the next hour. I'm looking to take this trade right there to come down there. Destination A to B. That's it, and make a decision. 99% of you should be either at a break even right here, or you should have done something down there. If you didn't, then you're going to see what a pullback is now. And if you're still at the break even, we're still watching. Let's see if they can continue to bring it down. But now we're testing the VWAP. If our offers are coming down, we might make this resistance and continue to push down. Craig, you're out at 20 pips. It doesn't get any better than that. You maximized 100% of that move. And there's no woulda, shoulda, couldas. That's scalping with targets, guys. So to go back to Ironman, why do I do these critical daily, hourly levels? It's for that reason. So I don't piss away 20 pips with zero drawdown. That's why I do that. So I'm not guessing, oh, maybe it can come down there, or maybe it can do this. No, I make a decision at every one of these single lines, and I don't care what happens after the fact. That's how I trade. For you guys that pay attention to this, that's scalping broken down. Don't know how to break it down any further than that. If this is not your style of trading, then don't scalp, guys. Stay on the higher time frames and watch what's going on there. Okay, so I tapped out. Okay, I got my money down there. But break even, if you guys are in a break even, I hope it can continue to push down. But you see how now it's getting a cluster right at this VWAP, right over here. Patrick, did I put a TP or just get out quickly? I just closed the entire trade. Just closed it as the next one opened. I saw it gap up, come up green, and then did you see that big red bubble right there? That's what, and then it dropped. As it was dropping, it came down, and when it was coming down, I closed the trade right there. Came down to the target. But that big red bubble helped me stay in that trade just down to there. And then I used TradingView for confirmation right here. Okay, look at it, still pushing down, guys. If you guys are still in on your break even, let's get this red volume to continue, maybe to come down here. Maybe we can break this hourly support and drop a little further. Maybe you can get more than 20 pips out of this, but we got to continue to stay below this VWAP. See our offers. We got to get a big offer, a big heat come in here to absorb all these buyers, and maybe we can continue to drop. But it came down to the hourly support, and that's where the pending bids were waiting right there. What is the best way to learn stocks? Sign up with SST. We'll teach you stock and options very, very soon. Okay, and oil, okay, it did pierce through here. It came back up to 50% right there, our red line, and got rejected again. So if we get more red volume below here on oil, it might continue to drop down to our green box. We're continuing to push down. 24-second shot clock in a basketball game. Okay, this is when it's do or die time. Sellers now have absorbed our buyers and pushing it right back down. So your break even is still live, guys. Here we go. I unfortunately got out earlier down there, so I wish I held, but there's the break, guys. Okay, let's see if we can close below the hourly support. Okay, because last time we came down here, look at all our 5-minute wicks. Next 5-minute target is right here. Oh, guys, this is nice. Here we go. Ignited bar. Hopefully this thing can push, come down to our next red line for you guys. Okay, I hope it can break. But if you didn't get out the first time, now you could be scaling a little bit, taking a little bit out again. Okay, the market is allowing you an opportunity. I got out the first time, but if I was still in, you better believe I would be scaling out down here. But we got an ignited bar break. Oh my goodness. I hope this thing drops down and guys can maybe, that's 25. If it can come down there, maybe about 30 pips down to that red line. Okay, again, did you see that? How it came up? And quickly it got engulfed by some offers. Okay, all they got to continue to do is engulf. Bring your line down to 50% of that red candle right there. Okay, right there. That's about half of it right there. So if it comes up to at least half, and maybe if they can continue lower highs and push us down, you're still live in this trade. Or you can bring a trailing stop loss down to there. You might get tapped out, but it's physically going to test 50% of the previous bearish volume. Raphael, 25 pips in the pocket, but nothing wrong with that, guys, okay? That's a beautiful scalp. 25 pips. See, if you don't do anything, okay, I hate to be the guy that says this, you know, but sometimes if you don't do anything 2 times at that white line, even that break, then this is what happens. It picks up the buyers and comes back up. Okay, I know we all get greedy and we want more. We want 25, we want 35, we want 55, we want 75, we want 105. But there's always going to be pullbacks in the market unless you can stomach this. Okay, if you can stomach this and continue to go through the motions, it came up, push back down, lower high. Okay, but I always test about 50%. Now, the only other option is we come up to the start of the body. And they are still pushing it down. So guys, if you're still holding this, I love this. Like if you guys are soldiers, if you guys are still holding this, they've absorbed all of those buyers. And if we can come back down here, it will break this red line and drop down to our green box. And you can get maybe 40 pips out of this thing. But we need red volume to push and close below our hourly support. We want to turn hourly support into static resistance going forward, and our offers will keep populating and coming down and change our depth of market. No, sorry, Monkey Gold, I don't trade like that. Probably 20 pip wins and 50 pips losses. I don't trade with 50 pip losses. Very disciplined with the way how I scalp, thank you. But here it is, guys. Here's the shooting star. Okay, came up, grab that, all those, trap those buyers and continue pushing down. If we get red volume close below here, continue pushing down. Guys, this is why YouTube is very, very difficult. You walk through a trade, you take a trade, and you still get heat and shit from people who are in the peanut gallery just talking. Monkey Gold and Iron Trading. Open up your channel, and I will be the first participant to watch you guys. I'll encourage you guys. I support retail traders as much as I can, but there's always the guys that are always talking so much shit in the background. Go live and you do this. Look at the record right there, 34, 10, and 1 now. All live, in front of you guys. Watch every single video. All live callouts. Not even to show how much I do my own trading. Okay? Over here. This is a prop firm. Passed in 1 day, 10%, right there. Look at that. I'm waiting now. I'm waiting every single day to fulfill all the days. But there it is. Same way how I scalp the markets, there it is. Okay, so if you're doubting me, it doesn't matter to me. I don't give a shit. I'm trying to help and educate people, and you still get shit on by assholes like you guys. That's why this trading industry is really toxic. It's really toxic, guys. I'm telling you. It really gives you a turnoff to come on YouTube and help educators for free, because you're always dealing with these pieces of shit here. Try and give back to people that deserve this, help people out, and always got to be people that talk shit. I guess it comes with the game, you know, you got to have thick skin for this. Okay, but guys, please manage your trade. Also US oil, okay? US oil was a nice sell too, volume closed below and pushed down. I know it might not be a big trade for a lot of traders here, but right there to there, 20 pips, you could be in and out and grab your oil pips. Okay, so I'm going to remove this now. This trade is done. Okay, just removing everything now. Okay, so we broke that hourly support. There was some volume close, but coming right back up. That's all I'm going to do is this one trade on YouTube, guys. Thank you. But that's it for today. That's enough trades for me today. What do I use for option trading? TD Ameritrade. I use my own financial bank that I here in Canada. TD Bank, TD Ameritrade. But I also recommend Interactive Brokers. Interactive Brokers is really good for stock and option trading. Low commissions, Interactive Brokers. I believe everybody can use Interactive Brokers. Like if you're in Europe, if you're in anywhere in North America. Okay, guys, was there any questions about the setup, the sell? Any questions you guys have? Okay, and again, guys, this is like a destination. You know, when you get in your car and you drive somewhere, point A to point B, I'm going to have to get in the car very soon and go from my house to my kid's school and pick up my son, but I'm going to have a destination. So this is me like leaving the house, going to school. Like when you put in that address in a GPS, from here to there, you get there. And just like when you're trading, when you get in a trade and you go down to your next destination, you need to make a decision. Because if you don't, I always say this, it should be a quote. I should write this on my shirt. If you don't make a decision at these critical areas, and to some of you guys, this is not a critical area, I understand, but for scalpers, this is a critical area. Because if you don't do anything, the market will decide for you and come right back up, where you will give away a majority of your profit or potentially hit your break even. Or some of you guys, I'm finding out, don't even trade with a break even. You guys trade with huge stop losses, and you guys let these things run to hit your stop loss. Okay, if it goes up 10, 15, 20 pips, I go directly to a break even. That's why you'll see I have sometimes a lot of break even trades, because I try to get more than 20 pips, but the trade always comes back to my break even. Okay, and if you don't do anything, this unfortunately happens, this big green candle. Yeah, am I scalping a range? Yeah, I'm scalping a zone, range, whatever you guys want to call it. Okay, I don't care what you guys call this, but I'm scalping from here down to here or there, wherever it is. But this is highlighted. We went through a top-down analysis to mention what this area is. So when I do this, I respect these areas. I don't just put these areas on my chart just to look at them and say that I did this. I respect all of these areas. And the higher the time frame, the more respect, the more emphasis it gets. This is a 60-minute level, but you can see every single time these 5-minute candles are breaking down, they go back up, break down, go back up. broke down, closed with volume below, but now it's really coming right back up. Okay, so at any other point today in power hour, if we do come back down and we close with red volume below here, I could scalp from this coming down back down to the green box, and I measure it. I measure all the moves so I know exactly what I'm looking for. Will I be on YouTube tomorrow? I don't know. We'll see, guys. If I'm going to continue to take heat and shit from people on YouTube for free, this is ridiculous. I'd rather just go with the Zoom and like we did this morning and have fun with the guys. I'm coming on YouTube, guys. I got my daughter who's sick upstairs. I'm sick right now, coming on to help educate, and you have to take shit for this. Like this is where it's really frustrating, and I get really pissed off about this. I'm doing this out of my own time with my daughter sick upstairs to come on here and hear shit from you guys. Stupid. Not from everybody, but from two idiots. Two donkeys, I like to call them. The donkeys. Always have a donkey on the call. Can we block them? Yeah, if we had a moderator here to block them, yeah, absolutely. Okay, guys, so just now when I'm out of a trade, again, I have a coffee beside me. I sip a coffee and I just watch what's going on. Do I have to trade every single individual candle? You don't have to, but what you can do when you're out of a trade is continue to watch structure of the market. What is it doing? Okay, so it came up green, back down, coming back down. So now that I'm out of a trade, I'm going to continue to watch this hourly area of support. Is the red volume going to come back down? I can see the buyers pushed it right up there to the VWAP, but they got trapped up there and they're moving away from them again. So that it could continue to make lower highs and push down for new lower lows going into power hour in the next 25 minutes. Can I explain the power hour? Power hour, guys, is the last trading hour of Wall Street. So Wall Street is open from 9:30 a.m. Eastern until 4 p.m. Eastern. Power hour is the last trading hour, 3 to 4 p.m., which is going to be in 23 minutes. Okay, that's what power is. Yeah, Jordan, you need to pay attention to those trading hours. I always say, okay, for everybody around the world, remember, everyone's, like for someone around the world right now, it might be really late for you guys, okay, for our afternoon session here. But typical sessions that you need to pay focus and emphasis on is, let's go through the schedule, 24-hour clock. We'll start from right now. You need to pay attention to 3 to 4 p.m. Eastern. Okay, that's what's called power hour. That's the last trading hour of the day. Now, whether you trade it or not, you should still analyze that with your top-down analysis. That is when there's a lot of injection of volume, the last hour of Wall Street. Then your next hour, the next typical hour that you should watch is 8 to 9 p.m. Eastern. That's when the futures market opens up at 8 p.m. Eastern and look at until 9 p.m. Eastern. Pay attention to that particular time of the day too. And then next we move into London. So you want to pay particular attention to 2 to 3 a.m. Eastern. 3 a.m. is actual London market open. 2 a.m. is pre-London. There's sometimes a lot of red folders in Europe that come out at that time. So you want to pay particular attention to 2 to 3 a.m. Eastern for London, and then we move into the heaviest session, which is 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. That's when we get a lot of USD red folders. We get the COMEX market open up at 8:20. Then we move into 9 and 10. 9:30 is, like you guys all know, is Wall Street equity market open. Pay particular attention to 8, 9 a.m. Eastern, and continue to do that around the clock. And those are the large injections of volume. And then everything in between that is where markets can range, it can trend, but those are the injections of volume that you should be watching. Even if you're scalping 1 minute candles. I scalp 1 minute candles, but I pay particular attention to those times all day, every day. Doesn't mean I have to sit in front of the computer and physically watch what's going on, but when I'm doing a top-down analysis, I always look the day before. What happened at power hour? What happened at the futures market? How did it trade going into London? What did it do during 8 and 9 a.m. Eastern? And I just look at those physical areas, do your top-down analysis, find your critical areas, your zones that you're going to scalp, and go from there. Okay, so we've moved out of this consolidated area and it came down. It filled to the next green box for oil. Okay, so what we can do is kind of just move. What I do is with this zone or consolidation, I just move it down to here. Same thing. Okay, now we're consolidating right here. So what could happen? Now, if I'm scalping, if I'm going to continue to scalp going into power hour, if for some reason oil comes back up, comes up green, and maybe can make a move and eventually close above here where it tried 1 time, 2 times and got rejected. Maybe if it closes with some physical green volume and retests this, or inside here makes a higher low, then maybe yes, it could push right back up to there. And then again, I measure that move. I don't need to measure it because I did the math in my head. 69.50 right here to 69.75 is 25 cents. So that's 25 pips up there. And then when it comes up there, I make a decision. And also could break down. That's our low of the day right here. Right over there. That's our low of the day. Can I show how to read CVD on gold? CVD on gold. Okay, gold right over here. We don't have the top down on gold. I already provided that for the guys, but this is gold, guys. Okay, so if you're watching gold, remember COMEX is closed. It closed an hour ago at 1:30 p.m. Eastern. But if we will look at gold, how it's been trading, let's go like bigger increments here. So this was noon. These are 1 hour time slices. So here's 12 p.m. Eastern. Here's 1 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Eastern, and we're approaching 3 p.m. coming up very soon. Okay, so overall on the hourly, since about noon, gold is negative 1300 cumulative volume delta. Okay, so and it's again trading right near the VWAP, so it might consolidate here. If you go down to the lower time frames, like this is 15-minute time slices, 2 o'clock, 2:15, 2:30, 2:45. You can see a couple times we broke below the VWAP, but nothing really materialized down here, and they're bringing it right back up. Okay, so that's gold, guys. Let's continue to watch crude oil. Let's see what crude is doing. Okay, so remember crude, we're moving away, diverging away from the VWAP. Now we're below it. So see how the depth of market is moving down now? Our offers are populating and coming down. And if we can continue to maybe take out a few more bids, I don't see a big block of bids below here yet, but right now we've got some consolidation right here where it's trading right inside here. Yep, so a couple swing trades that we have over here in Discord. Let's take a look. Okay, so Forex miner. Okay, something moving over here. Okay, so sell GBP JPY. Okay, sell GBP JPY right over here. More of a 4-hour swing trade. Okay, so something developing over here from 618 this morning, and kind of what we're looking for is break of right here, 185.50, nice psychological area, and our 4-hour candle is pushing down to 185.10, where there was, like, I would have a line right there at that 4-hour support and see if we can break down and start to fill some wicks coming down in here. That's GJ, and continuing to watch it push down for approximately 70 pips. Okay. Love the Sigma face. Okay, so have we moved away from this consolidated area on US30? Yes, we have. Okay, so we got our volume that came down, and if I just look at levels, okay, right over here, we held right there. In the past, that was resistance right there. Bring it over, turn to support right there with those bodies now below and those rejections. That's now like my lower high area of offers. Okay, so we came down, back up. We're coming right back down. So again, if we can get nice red volume to continue to close below our hourly support, then maybe it might continue to flush down to the low of the day, and we'll see what will happen at the low of the day today. If it continues to hold here, then it might come right back up. But if I don't feel comfortable trading this now, what I do is I'll trap it and wait. Okay, I'm smart to know that US30 is not going to just trade in here the rest of the day or through power hour. I know that there's going to be an attempt that they're going to come maybe down here, or there's going to be an attempt to go back up. But now we have to figure out who is going to accumulate more of the volume to make that move. And while I'm waiting, I can sip on a coffee and continue to wait. If I need to continue to trade, I've already exceeded a daily goal today. If I wasn't on the call with you guys, I would have been long gone and not even looking to trade right now. That's what I want from you guys too. When you guys are exceeding your daily goal, you gotta learn discipline to get out of these markets. Okay, treat trading like a business, guys, not a casino. And then you will develop the skill to do this every single day, guys. Not every single day, okay? There's gonna be bad days, there's gonna be losses, but remember, you don't need to be 100% consistent trader in order to achieve profitability. I know traders in the group who are 50% traders, but they do proper risk management and they still are consistent. They're still passing challenges and getting payouts and doing really well. Okay, if you can improve to maybe 60, 70, 80% with proper risk management, you can take losses. You can take them and still be ahead of the game. But it's where you're not respecting any of your stop loss, you're over leveraging. That's what I'm trying to work on with a lot of snipers here in the group, is the over leveraging. It's got to stop, guys. You have to stop with this. If you're trading like you buy a $100,000 prop firm and you're trading with 5 and 10 lots and you make one mistake, you could be done. Your entire account. What is the daily drawdown? 5%. If you're trading with 10 lots, some of you guys do that because you try and go all in on these prop accounts, 50 pips, and that's it. You've lost that account. That's crazy. Okay, don't be doing silly things like that. You're only hurting yourself as a trader, because because you're learning just how to gamble. You're not helping yourself in any way. Even when if you pass and you get funded and you learn that type of trading, you'll probably blow up your live account. That's prop. If you're doing that with your real money, man, you got to be nailing 100% of those trades with zero drawdown in order to trade like that. Find the appropriate lot size for your account and the appropriate risk. That's the hardest part of trading, is finding your comfortable size to trade with, where you can get in a trade, okay? And where I got in a trade over here, and I placed my stop loss, I measured how much of a stop loss. I already in my head calculated what lot size I was going to use. So was that within my risk? Was I going to blow up my account if I got stopped out? Was I going to give up my entire daily profit if I got stopped out? Was it going to do something detrimental to my trading that I probably couldn't recover from? That's going to take me a couple days to recover from? No. So trade within your risk. Once you learn that, I can guarantee you that your trading will change. Your confidence will change as a trader. Your account will start to grow slowly, but it will grow. Okay, so kind of now if you want to bring your consolidated box a little lower on oil and you really want to trap this, like oil is right there. We're still trading, look, below 50% of this big bearish candle that came down. We came up to about half of it and then they pushed it right back down. We came down, but no volume closed below there, and we're coming right back up. So you can watch and see if we get green volume on oil close kind of above our 9 EMA, maybe push a little higher and then can scalp buy up there, or if it continues to break down here, maybe can sell down into here. US30, it's building off the bottom, coming down, back up, coming down, back up, but still when it comes up, it goes back down. So we're building lower highs off the top and higher lows off the bottom. So this might be like a triangle where we're descending down, we're ascending up, and this might have two directions. But maybe we look at more of a head and shoulder pattern, like over here, kind of. Now I'm stretching my consolidated box. Okay, that was just that impulse breakout, but left shoulder, that could be the head. We're in our right shoulder, and if we can finish off this move, maybe if it can come back down in here, push down, just start to fill a few of those wicks down in there, close, maybe come back up green again right here, then it gets rejected, and then we might have the momentum this power hour to break this green box, and that's our low of the day, the purple line, and then drop a little bit down into here. And when it drops, where could it go? Bring your green box across. There's our low of the day right there. See that right there? I can see Tuesday, December 5th at 2:30, we dropped down to 36,095. I can just place a red line for reference right there. And then I can continue to start to dissect all of this garbage and figure out some next levels if it drops down to. So if it drops down, maybe down to that red line. And then again, I measure everything. I measure, even if it's just a drop from the purple to the red line, I measure it just so I know if I'm going to look to take that trade right there to there, 15 pips, not 50, not 50, but 15. And hopefully maybe with momentum of power hour, if it's breaking down, you catch it and it drops down there and make a decision there. Maybe you might get lucky and it breaks a little bit more. Then you get an additional 10 pips and go to break even. Maybe we'll continue to break down. And then if you don't know what to do, then don't do anything. That's my best advice. When you have no idea what to do, what do you buy, do you sell? Maybe it's best to just continue to wait. Wait for a good opportunity. If you don't have conviction of where it could move with confidence, don't take the trade. The only other thing I recommend is if you're testing something out and you're speculating, like maybe you're testing out a sell down in here, Test something small, very small. And if the market starts moving in your direction with some pullbacks, you're not panicking. And then if it continues to push down, maybe you might see a liquidity grab candle that will help you with your analysis, and then it closes down, then you feel more confident, then maybe then you can trade with your regular trading size. But sometimes trading is all speculating. Like, we have professional speculators in the markets that work for a living. They speculate where crude oil is going to go. They speculate where's the bottom for crude oil. Okay, that's their job. They're paid to do that, and they provide reports and analysis, and they're called speculators. So we do have those in the markets, and that's a job, guys. If you want to be a speculator, you can apply, and hopefully you can become a next speculator, but you get paid to do that. The better you are at speculating where the big areas are, the big buys, the big sells, you might make more money as a speculator. Big institutions, big firms hire speculators to do all the dirty work for them. Is possible to see, Sarah, oil on Bookmap? Yeah, absolutely. We are on oil. This is oil, Sarah. CLG4 NYMEX. This is oil. Okay, $69.65 futures market. Currently below the VWAP. Okay, guys, and schedule for tomorrow, Thursday, we've got Shahab, live London, guys. Hopefully you guys are enjoying those sessions with Shahab. We're going to try and get Shahab to get out of his shell. He is opening up. We'll get him out of there. And Shahab is having fun. Sometimes if I get up, like sometimes wake up and go to the washroom late at night, I might jump on the Zoom with you guys and see what's going on. And so we got live London tomorrow, and Dave will be back for Wall Street, and I will be back for the 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. session tomorrow. You like to hear? You like Shahab's background music? What is it? Techno? What is he playing? EDM now? His trance? What's Shahab playing these days? Kiss FM? Okay, so just looking at YM before we get out of here, guys. Okay, YM, again, Dow Jones. Okay, too much choppiness, but we are still a little bit below our VWAP. Okay, every single successive peak that comes up is a lower high, lower high, lower high, trapping some buyers. The cumulative volume delta today, negative 1,850. So might continue to push down, but be aware. Power hour, things can change. You know, it could come down to daily low levels, areas of support, and then you have a big block of buyers come right into the market to maybe buy the dip and engineer a move going into after hours and the next daily candle. So just be careful with how you're trading. Okay, now it's continuing to push down. We could be filling all of these wicks and maybe come down. The most recent 5-minute low is right there. There's those two tweezer bottoms at 36,116. Here it comes down to. So what I like to do is place a line right there where we were trading in there. It did come down at 11:30 right in there. and come right back up. So that would be the next test. If all of this selling volume can come back and touch this red line and maybe break, and then there's our purple low of the day. If we get more red volume filling all these wicks and closing below here, again, the depth of market could be continuing to move down, absorb the buyers, and our cumulative volume delta could be increasing to negative 1900, negative 2000, and continuously trapping the buyers while it's moving down. Okay, and oil is really trapped inside here, where yes, it could get a move breaking out there. It could trade down in here. But the volume on oil dies off right now. Same with gold. I would focus more on NASDAQ, US30, S&P during power hour. And I wanted to specifically do USOIL more for the higher time frame analysis, for more swing trading opportunities. It could be getting there at the bigger levels, guys. I guarantee you there would have been a bullish move today had Canada maybe decreased the interest rates a quarter basis point, because the Canadian dollar is kind of pegged with crude oil, and probably would have got a nice move, but it wasn't there yet. Look at right now, closed red below this. There was a body, a wick right there. We got another ignited red candle continuing to push down, right almost down to that red line, the previous low. So let's see if they can take it out. They didn't, so it might come right back up. And we are at power hour. Okay, so this is 3 p.m. And again, this zone, what I would do is below the hourly support, now we would have to flip this and write hourly resistance. And what I like to do too is where the volume was right there, make a red box right there. Now this could be hourly resistance going forward. Any green pullbacks could be coming up here, but then get absorbed and maybe continue to push down. And let's see this afternoon if US30 can break the low of the day and maybe push down. Maybe we get daily volume, close the daily candle, close below the low of the day. That could be engineering a move going into the Tokyo session, and maybe how it trades tomorrow and Thursday and Friday NFP, guys. Okay, so but that's it for me. I got to go grab my son at school. Thank you guys, everyone on YouTube, for joining. Appreciate all of the positive comments. Thank you to the two donkeys that joined us as well, to kind of spoil the mood, you know what I mean? But there's always going to be those people, one or two on every single call. Kind of gets annoying after a while, but hopefully we can just block them and move on and just continue going forward. So guys, we will see you guys tomorrow, same time, 1 to 3 p.m. on YouTube. But please hit the likes on your way out. We do appreciate it. And thank you, Josh. I appreciate you too, bro. Make sure you're getting back in the gym, eating healthy, and you will become one of the top traders at SST. I promise you. Just stay focused on everything else outside of trading right now. Focus on your health. Focus on your nutrition. Focus on your mental, your psychological well-being, and trading will come along with everything you're doing. Okay, I see you, Josh. I see you, man. Let's all give it up for Josh, guys. He's a sniper. He's going through some stuff, just like all of us go through. Everybody here, but he's pushing forward, and this man is strong. So Josh, we're here for you, bud, and we'll see you. I'll have a long talk with you as well coming up, okay? But thanks for all your help today, Josh. Truly do appreciate it, man. Thank you, bro. And everybody, enjoy your day today, guys. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Everyone that hit their profit goals today, congratulations to you guys. You guys deserve a lot of respect as well, and discipline for getting out of the markets too and keeping your profits. And for everyone else who's still learning, continue to learn. Some traders have been here 2 days and already have picked up a lot of knowledge. So that's perfect. And for those that are still struggling, okay, I know there's still a lot of traders that are still struggling, but please, guys, you need to identify what your struggles are, and we need to start hammering these down and fixing these things. If you're constantly over trading, revenge trading, over risking, over leveraging, trading against the trend, not knowing when to walk out of these markets after you've had a bad day. These are things that we need to work on a daily basis to make us better. Overall, everything, okay, it needs to be done. Everybody on this call has gone through, is going through this, or has overcame this. And it doesn't take, you won't get this done in weeks. For some traders, it takes months and years for others. It took me years, guys, before I could turn profitable in these markets. I learned and I learned and I learned the hard way. But I learned over time to unlearn all my bad habits and relearn proper way of trading. So hopefully you guys are on that path and you guys are doing good. Okay, guys? So God bless everyone. Take care. Have a nice day. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you, guys.
Hey guys, good morning, welcome to the live session of Stock Sniper Trading. My name is Dave, guys, my partner is Ron. Let's get down to business here, guys.
In on US30, sell, okay? I'm jumping in. Guys, that's a 100 pip drop. Yes, we caught it. Hey, guys, 200 pips, please, secure.
As a trader, we all look for tight or low spreads, which helps us to get in and out of the market. Using the right broker can help us try different strategies. With multiple options of brokers on the web, here at Stock Sniper Trading, we have a recommended broker, that is, HankoTrade. With spreads as low as 0 pips and leverage up to 500x, HankoTrade is just one click away. With multiple account types to choose from, you also have a minimum deposit of $10. Using HankoTrade's affiliate program, refer a friend and earn up to a 40% commission on trading volume. Built by traders, for traders. HankoTrade.